Morning. Let's go combine some beans. Of course, we gotta feed Brandon in the morning. Jared's feeding the calves at the moment. The 8600 is up here at the shed this morning. We switched over to beans on Wednesday, or Dad and Jared and the crew switched over to beans on Wednesday. Today is Friday. So they got the whole new farm over there behind Grandma's house. It's all combined. Now we're going to move to the field right in front of Grandma's house, which I don't know if you can see it. I think you guys can see it. The red combine's up there on the hill at the moment. And he opened up a good spot, so we'll be able to put semis up there this morning. Then we got all this. Got the whole rest of the main farm. Do a lot of beans here on the main farm, so we're gonna get after it today. But the reason it's up here is because Dad put new bars in the front throat. Now we were questioning when we got this machine if we were gonna like these belts. But actually, they've been pretty nice. They haven't been too bad at all. And it also makes being inside the cab a lot quieter. I mean, it is very quiet in this machine. Very quiet compared to the older series. He also blew out the air filter. He had to come up, and we also got to put def in this morning as well. Other than that, yeah. Very dirty machine. And what's crazy about it is it was dirty from running corn. It wasn't from the beans. The beans are only going to make it worse, but yeah. A lot of water hemp out there. So if you're wondering what that is out there in the beans, that's a lot of water hemp. Dad had a tough time managing that. So, yeah. Also need to clean those windows. I think I actually might do that right now. Windows are cleaned. If you guys have any suggestions on how to clean those dirty windows, other than paper towels, let me know. I do like this spray stuff, though. The reason I like these little cans better than those little spray cans is those spray cans, sometimes you grab a hold of one and they just don't work. These are pretty reliable. Still not the cleanest windows in the world. Most of the dust that's left is on the inside. I'm going to put this back in there. I'm going to throw another roll of paper towels in the cab. I'm going to check the oil, and then we're going to go put def and fuel in it and bring it back over so we can start combining. Filled up with def, filled up with fuel, and put the head back on, and we're out in the field. I've already combined a hopper, and I didn't record any of that stuff because, well, I haven't combined beans yet this year, so I'm trying to get used to all this. Really can't tell you how good the beans are doing because the last farm we did, or Dad did with Jared, that farm really hadn't got a lot of love, so can't really tell you how the beans are looking. But these beans so far here on the main farm that we've got hog manure on, they're looking really good. But some of the other stuff, like the farm that we first started with, the new farm Dad just got, that one it did all right, but it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. But yeah, we're combining along here. We're actually on the front side of a terrace at the moment, about to go around the riser. Yields across the new farm behind Grandma's house, we're kind of all over the place, so Dad decided to run this combine in automatic mode, where it changes everything itself, and it did a pretty good job over there, so Dad decided that I'm just going to keep running it, I guess. Last year, he didn't mess with it at all. He would play with it every once in a while, and then he'd be like, "That I could do better than that," and he'd mess with it. Now in corn, you really don't need to mess with it too much, but in beans, it's done a pretty good job at keeping the sample looking pretty good. There is a little bit of cracked beans, but you're gonna have that. So I'm pretty impressed. It means I can focus more on looking out here and making sure everything looks good out here instead of always messing with stuff. So yeah, I think it's pretty neat that it can adjust everything itself. I mean, that's just wild. The red combine up there, it can do it as well. And the reason the red combine's not going is because Jared and Dad are gonna be in the homecoming parade with our little half-ton black truck we got. We called it Toothless. I'm pretty sure I made a video covering that little half-ton truck, but it's pulling around Aden's class float, so they're gonna go throw some candy in the parade. So yeah, that's what they're off to at the moment, which they shouldn't be doing for too long. But yeah, so far so good. Really good beans. I'm not going really quick at the moment. These are really good. Very satisfying. So we're right over there is where we mow, and there's our pasture. I think when we were spreading manure, I recorded these beans, and these are dang good beans, and they were able to finish out pretty good actually. So yeah, very happy with this. So Jared just got back. He's in the red combine. He's finishing up like 2 terraces that I haven't got yet, and I'm about to finish up one of my last terraces. Then we got this little piece done here. I think this is 40 to 50 acres. It's not the biggest piece in the world, but yeah, we're getting her done. One thing that we've noticed with the red combine and beans, whenever the beans are tough or get tough at night, that single rotor machine starts struggling a lot sooner than this machine does. Actually, Dad didn't struggle at all last night, but that machine over there, he had to really slow down because it was making a lot of noise. It was not very happy with the tough beans. But yeah, I guess that's one thing we've noticed about the red machine so far in beans. But other than that, it's been a pretty good unit for us. So yeah, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Yeah, and their little parade that they went to, they were gone a lot longer than they thought they were. They were gone for about 2 hours. They thought it was going to be a lot quicker than that, but yeah. Right now he's on the front side of a terrace, and as you can tell, his head's kind of off. Kind of up in the air. That's kind of the only way you can cut a terrace. That's why we don't run any bigger heads than a 35-foot draper. Now if we were to get like one of those fancy flex heads, maybe we could run a bigger one, but then they're not as rugged as these Macdon heads. So that's why we stick to the 35-foot, and we like our Macdons for their durability, so we're gonna stick to them. Oh yeah, and here's another reason for a 35-foot head. We go right down the whole main farm. The whole main farm, we can go all the way down it with a 35-foot head. Very nice. Don't have to take it off ever, except whenever we have to go to our other fields. But for the whole main farm, don't have to take it off. This is really nice. nice. Now I just can't hit my tree in my yard. That would be no bueno. Or my mailbox. So I'm gonna put you guys down. But I'm aiming for that field right there. Oh yeah, she's dusty. Dusty, dusty, dusty. These beans are doing about just as good as in front of Grandma's house. So, really happy. That last field averaged close to 70. We're pretty happy with that, especially on this hilly ground. All thanks to hog manure there, because the stuff behind Grandma's house had a lot of fluctuations. So, very happy with that. This stuff's looking pretty similar to what I combined this morning, so that's very good. There is a lot more weeds out here, and that is because of, well, Dad had a tough time dealing with all the water hemp out here. But also, we noticed that the water hemp is worse where we put on hog manure, which don't know how those two correlate, but somehow they do. Yeah. Still running the combine in automatic mode. It's giving me a suggestion. Your losses are low. Optimize the machine setting. I guess I'll say yes. Let it do its thing. Switch on cruise pilot. Then activate cruise pilot. I can't do that on this ground. It's using grain quality as a sensor. Make sure the grain quality. Okay. Should the optimization strategy be adjusted? I'll give her a go. We'll see what she does. Might take a few moments for it to do that. I don't know. We'll see if we can get some more throughput. We have a really nice sample, so I wouldn't really mind it being a little bit worse and getting more throughput. Well, to be honest, I mean, look at that. There ain't nothing in that, so I would take a little bit poopier of a sample for more throughput. We're chugging along. The windows I cleaned this morning are dirty again. My big round and circle wiper doesn't do that much. I also have wipers on the side. That helps a little bit. Can't spray water because then the dust will stick to the water. That's no bueno. Other than that, that's about all I got going on in here. Thought I was going to tell you something else. Oh yeah, this is the microphone for whenever you're on your talking to somebody in your very nice office cab here. There's Jared. We got the two dust machines, or cloud machines you could say, yes. Itchy cloud machines. Rocking and rolling, so. Oh yeah, and then our auger's having problems. The chain, the main chain drive is no bueno, so. Just chugging along, got everything down there all wiped out. Cows are watching. They're having a fun time over there in those ponds as well. Most of them are right over there. We do have one of the blue augers set up over here at Great Grandma's house, or my house, whatever you want to call it. That is going to be the next destination for these beans once we get the bin over at my mom and dad's house filled up. Yeah. Swinging around. I wish the camera kind of really showed what these terraces look like. Can't really tell it on camera. Now I take my dusty pass back. Yeah. Can't see a whole lot of anything as the wind's blowing this direction. Well, I think that's going to be all for this video. I'm sorry the video kind of shuts off a little bit early in the day, but my cousins came up and rode with me, so I didn't pick up the camera. Then my girlfriend came up and rode with me, so yeah. We'll start up. Next video will be the next day. We had some problems later that night, or Dad did, whenever he swapped with me. So yeah, stick around. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. Hit the like button and leave a comment what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.